the second episode of the Towers Tonight Show, bringing you the updates on all the happenings around campus. I'm your co-anchor, Summer Hu.
And I'm your other co-anchor, Ben Brown. In this episode, we will cover the library's new programs, the students' reaction to Serena Williams' retirement, the new administrator's Associate Director of Admissions, Ms. Kingsley, and Admissions Assistant, Ms. Oliveira, plus more announcements around campus.
This year, the library wrote up some new changes to their programs. Assistant Librarian Mr. Warner gives us some insight into these changes.
Some of the ways that we've improved the library spaces this year are we've created a self-checkout station. And the reason for this is really important. It's for student privacy.
In past years, the self-checkout station required students to give their first and last name to check out items. However, after a few years hiatus, this system is making a comeback. It will require students to enter their student ID number, which can be found on Blackboard. This is meant to increase security and prevents other students from checking out items in other people's names.
Privacy is very important to librarians and in the library world because we want our patrons to have access to all the information and materials that they need in a private way because it's not really anybody else's business. And it's especially important for us here at Bishop's because we understand that when you're underage and you have parents, often you don't have the privacy that you'd like to have. So as librarians, it's our mission to give everyone privacy and to provide them with the materials without anybody else being able to find out.
In order to check out and check in books, Mr. Warner will walk us through the checkout process.
You walk up, the website should be pulled up, but it's not always, so we can log in for you. If it's not logged in, the username and password is saved, so you can log yourself in. You enter your student ID number, it pulls up your account, you scan your materials, and then hit the reset button so it clears, it takes you off, and then you're good to go. And to check in is basically the same process, but you don't even have to put in your ID number. You can walk up and scan it, and you're good.
In order to return a book you borrowed, the self-checkout station makes it so that you can easily walk up and scan your materials.
We've also upstairs in the silent study room, which is becoming very popular and is often full. We've added some white noise machines, which we like to think, helps drown out the noise from the stairs and the noises coming up from downstairs.
In addition to the white noise machines, the library has added adjustable stand-up desks, allowing students to have a change of scenery when studying and catch a break from sitting in chairs throughout the school day.
We're always trying to improve the spaces around here to give alternative seating options and to give students better spaces to focus and to get work done, or better spaces to hang out with their friends if that's what they're in here doing. But we're here for you. So if there are changes that you want to see, let us know and we'll try to make them.
If you would like to participate in any of these changes, help create the well-known book displays in the library, or even just love books, join the Student Library Committee, or SLC. If you want to learn more or even help out with library changes, ask Mr. Warner, any of the other librarians for help, or email library@bishops.com for more information. Check out these programs when you next need to loan out a book or need a silent space to study. On August 30th, Bishop's held a school-wide service fair. Students walked around different service clubs and organizations' tables while exploring what type of service spoke to them most. We talked with Director of Community Service and Social Innovation, Ms. Jacqueline Gomez, about why students should participate in the opportunities provided by the service fair.
Well, first of all, my name is Jacqueline Gomez, and I'm the Director of Community Service and Social Innovation. And this is our 5th year that we've done our annual service fair, and it is important for our students because it allows them to be exposed to different nonprofits and organizations and to be able to give back. The organizations that come to our service fair rely heavily on volunteers, and they are really excited always to work with Bishop students because of our compassion and willingness to show up and give back to the community.
She says that she enjoys that the outside organizations and student-led service clubs have had their fair on the same day.
I'm Haley. I'm in 9th grade and I love service because I love helping people. Okay, my name is Madison and I'm in 8th grade, and I love service because I just like seeing the smile on people's faces when I say deliver food or just help out the community.
I'm just really proud of our community and how much we have shown up to give back to others, and for coming out to the service fair and signing up, and for supporting all of our on-campus service clubs.
Moving globally, tennis superstar Serena Williams has retired after dominating the sport for 27 years. On August 9, 2022, Vogue released a self-written essay by Serena Williams in which she wrote that she was evolving away from tennis after the US Open to focus on other things that are more important to her, like her family and her venture capital firm. The US Open is the final Grand Slam tennis tournament of the year and is played in New York City during the first 2 weeks of September. Serena Williams has won a record 6 times, so it is fitting that her career ended there. But her legacy goes far beyond the court. Students and faculty at Bishop's have some words to say about how the legend's legacy on and off the court has impacted them.
I think that Serena has inspired so many young girls around the nation and around the world, and I think that her play style has really impacted the course of the game, and a lot more girls are starting to play with power.
I think what she's accomplished is great. Being a black woman in a mostly white environment, and being from LA where she is, I think it's a great accomplishment. I think what she's done has been super motivational for a lot of people.
Obviously, it's gonna be sad that she's gone, but now new fresh people can come in and make a legacy and follow in her footsteps.
Yeah, I think she left a big legacy for herself.
Serena Williams paved the way for women in sports, specifically tennis, and also for underrepresented communities, which is something we always need more of. But I do think that it's good that she's retiring to allow younger female tennis players to rise up into the higher ranks.
So from all of us on the Tonight Show staff, thank you for everything, Serena. Moving on to our faculty feature, the admissions team has made several extra additions this year. Associate Director of Admissions, Ms. Kingsley, and Admissions Assistant, Ms. Oliveira, are the newest members of the Bishop's community. Let's get to know our administrators.
Hi, my name is Fahimi Kingsley, and I'm the Associate Director of Admissions here at Bishop's. I am most excited to get to know the Bishop community.
When asked about a defining moment that led her into the world of school administration, Ms. Kingsley shared a core memory from her own experience applying for high school. After an engaging conversation about Grey's Anatomy, her favorite TV show at the time, with the interviewer, Ms. Kingsley realized something.
From that experience, and then eventually attending that school, I had always thought about admissions in the back of my head as this opportunity to meet so many different students who come from so many different walks of life and their families, to hopefully give them an opportunity to be in an environment where it can completely change their lives in my experience, for the better. I love speaking to kids about why they want to be in an environment like.
Ms. Kingsley was also a former collegiate volleyball athlete at the University of Denver and played overseas volleyball in Poland for a year. She will continue being around the sport she loves by coaching middle school girls volleyball. Additionally, Ms. Kingsley wants to get involved with student organizations like the Black Student Union. She also enjoys walking her Jack Russell Terrier, Cody.
We like to go on what's called urban hikes, so you probably won't see me on a mountainside somewhere. You'll see me walking, whether it's North Park or South Park or University Heights. So I love to just be out and about in cities and people watching and walking my dog and, stopping for a little dessert here and there.
Kingsley is amazingly good with spreadsheets, and she's brought a great level of organization to the Head Ambassadors program.
As she is easing into her position at Bishop's, Ms. Kingsley is looking forward to leaving a lasting mark on Bishop's in any way she can.
To me, it's always important that when I start in a new place, I try to understand as much of it as possible, and then from there try to make any changes I can that still respects the values of this place, and to leave my own lasting, legacy at a school.
Hi, my name is Julia Oliveira. I'm the new admissions assistant. I am also really excited to become part of the Bishop's community and get to know all of the students and faculty.
In addition to partnering with Head Ambassadors on tours, Ms. Oliveira has plans to familiarize herself with the Bishop's community.
And then as time goes on, I definitely want to get involved in more clubs and organizations. I think that would be a great opportunity to connect with students more.
Before going into admissions, Ms. Oliveira worked in the corporate world. Deciding to change courses, she brings her organization skills to Bishop's.
I wanted to make a switch out of the corporate world just for something that was more aligned with my own personal values. And once I stumbled on Bishop's and saw the focus that it had on building community and supporting people's well-beings, I just thought it would have been a good fit for me.
Ms. Oliveira has never worked for a school before, but she's very experienced in the corporate world and is super organized and friendly, and I think she'll be a great person for prospective families to go to with their questions.
When not in the office, Ms. Oliveira has a unique talent of making latte art, her specialty being a rosetta. She says that it was a good creative outlet.
I worked in a coffee shop for a really long time when I was in college, and I got really, really good at latte art. And I think that's a fun fact about me. And I used to go up to different coffee shops in LA and participate in latte art competitions.
Ms. Oliveira also loves going outdoors.
I do spend a lot of my time traveling to just national parks or going camping. It's really nice to step away from my computer screen and just be outside, especially living in San Diego.
She recently explored Zion National Park and Bryce Canyon. However, her all-time favorite park is Joshua Tree because she says that it is close and easy to get to.
They have both brought their energy and their ideas to our office, and they're not shy to ask questions or make suggestions for how we can do things better, and that is exactly what I'm looking for in a new teammate in the admissions office.
So, from the Tonight Show and Bishop's community, welcome to Bishop's, Ms. Kingsley and Ms. Oliveira. Well, Bishops, that is all we have for this episode. Thanks for tuning in to our broadcast.
Keep updated for our next news broadcast by looking for our link in the bulletin, Tower newsletter, and our YouTube channel every 2 weeks. Additionally, if you ever feel there's any news or highlights we should cover, please email thetower@bishops.com or tonightshow@gmail.com. I'm Ben Brown.
I'm Summer Who, and this is The Tonight Show. We are your two nights,
Signing off.